This is David Butterscotch, and we've returned to Steve McQueen's list because we've watched one of his movies that we had not watched before, and it was the Reivers. So we still have to get the Hunter done, but let's cross off the Reivers and give a little review to that one. Well, I haven't been the kindest to Steve McQueen's movies, and you know, this wasn't a terrible movie. Compared to some of his other atrocities, this was actually watchable. It was more of a family movie, and I'm not the hugest fan of family movies unless they're like animated and stuff, but well, I guess it wasn't that much of a family movie. It did have a whorehouse in there, so I guess you kind of gotta figure out what to make of the whole film, but yeah, basically, Steve McQueen is playing the guy who doesn't follow the rules, and this is set in the early 20th century, so it's like 1905 is when all this happened, so it's a while ago that it was set. And the main character isn't even Steve McQueen, it's this one little kid who's going on an adventure with Steve McQueen and this one black guy. They're going to a whorehouse, and then they, well, they get a car, and then they decide that they're going to wager that car for a horse and a little bit of extra money. So I didn't really understand it. I mean, the black guy in the movie is supposed to be, I think, the lovable idiot, but he just comes off as annoying. And Steve McQueen, he's just there, not making a lot of sense as usual, and the little kid is about the only person you can sympathize with because nobody else makes any sense. And it's not the worst Steve McQueen film. The worst is Le Mans, but I mean, it's by far, it's a decent Steve McQueen film, which by no means is a compliment. I mean, it's just, it's okay. You can get through it, but it's just okay, and it's not better than that. And of course, it was nominated for 2 Oscars, which doesn't mean shit, because Oscars usually go to some of the worst films ever, which is stupid because it's supposed to be nominated to some of the best films ever. I mean, if you look at films that have gotten Oscars before, there are some pretty shitty films that get nominated. So, the Reivers. Okay-ish. See you next time.